Hi, welcome to Comet Computer Private Limited, e-learning program of Azure Public Cloud Training. Myself, Ilan Cherian, Technical Director at Comet Computer Private Limited. So in this video, we'll be discussing how to configure a Linux virtual machine as a web server. So we'll move on to the demonstration. So in the previous lab, we have created a virtual machine, Linux virtual machine, and we saw how to connect the Linux virtual machine using a PuTTY session, and we have explored a few things. And again, I'm connecting this virtual machine using PuTTY. I'm logging in as administrator, that is comet admin. The password. So to configure this Linux machine as a web server, initially we need to install Apache service. So to install Apache service, you can use command sudo apt install Apache 2 and then press enter. So it asks for the confirmation. Yes, I confirm to install. So it will take a few minutes to complete the installation. So 98% completed. So under a few seconds, the total process will get completed. Yeah. So the Apache installation is done. And also by default, Apache will have a default page under the location. I'll show you. Um, ls um, slash var slash www and then slash html, and here you can see there is a file named index.html by default. So this default page we can just check from our machine. And also one more thing, if you want to publish this page, we need to allow HTTP inbound traffic in the firewall of our virtual machine. In the previous lab in Windows, while publishing the Windows web page, we also added the HTTP inbound traffic in the network security group of that particular virtual machine. Similarly, for this Linux virtual machine, we need to allow HTTP traffic in the network security group inbound rules. So to do that, I'll just go to the Azure console. I'm in the Linux VM02 virtual machine under that networking. See, earlier I showed we can go to the Linux, we can go to the network security group. From there, we can add the rule. And also we'll have other option from here also we can add. So we are into the virtual machine and virtual machines network settings we are in. And from here also we can add the inbound rule. So you can see the virtual machine is connected to lab 01, vnet 01, nsg 02. So this is the network security group which we have created while creating the virtual machine. So whatever the configurations that is done on the security group, that is listed here. If I want to add a inbound rule, from here also I can add. So port source any source, and the port range star, that is any destination any, and port number I want to allow only 80 since we are going to publish the web server. So priority you can choose whatever you want, and port is for HTTP. Okay, this is for Linux web server. Let's add. So we'll wait until the rule gets added. Yeah, so now the rule has been added. So now we can verify this web page of the virtual machine from the external network. So now we should be able to see the Apache default page. This is the Apache default page. Even I can also check by changing the, I'll just replace this file with another file. What I'll do is I'll just remove the file. Um, Sudo rm rm-i index.html. It asks for the confirmation. Yes, I want to delete. Yes, the file has been deleted. We'll just confirm whether the file exists or not. ls command. So there is no file. So now what I want is I want to create a new file in the same name, so that I use we can use nano sudo nano var. Okay, so here I can type whatever the page content I want. I'll just type uh, welcome to Comet Azure sample page. Just typing some content, and then control O, enter, and I'll just exit from here, control X. So I'll just restart the service. Mm, sudo service Apache 2 restart. So service has been restarted. Now we'll check here. So now the custom page is published. And this is how we can configure our Linux machine as a web server, and we can publish the page into the public internet. And that's all about the demonstration for configuring Linux virtual machine as a web server. In the next video, we'll be discussing about the availability sets. Until then, bye bye.